Hello and welcome to this edition of SAC News. I'm Alexis Duran.
And I'm Nathan Nguyen. Another busy week around Santa Ana and our campus. Glad you're with us.
We start with heavy hearts on our campus this week. Former SAC student Kylie Pulsifer passed away this week after a head-on collision while riding her motorcycle. Kylie was on the Dons women's basketball and soccer team. She was also part of the fire technical program at Santa Ana. SAC women's basketball coaches Flo Lupana and soccer head coach Jamie Baquero were among those who sent condolences to Kylie's mom, Sharon, and the Pulsifer family. If any students is affected by the passing of Kylie, SAC encourages students to reach out to the Santa Ana College Health and Wellness Center for counseling, support, and resources. You can call the number 714-564-2616 or visit the center at the Johnson Student Center 110.
This past Wednesday, protesters gathered at Plaza 4th Street in downtown Santa Ana to rally against police brutality and immigration enforcement. The protest was organized by Dare to Struggle SoCal, a local activist group calling for an end to police violence and deportations. Participants marched through downtown Santa Ana, chanting and holding signs to raise awareness. Santa Ana city officials and police have not released a public response to the rally.
On Saturday, October 18th, over 12,000 residents of Orange County gathered to Centennial Park in Santa Ana protest what organizers described as Donald Trump's fastest power grab. This event, titled No Kings, was part of a larger national movement with more than 2,700 coordinated protests held across all of 50 U.S. states and territories. Millions participated in the nationwide demonstration, signaling widespread opposing to what they perceive as authoritarian rule.
Westminster Mall is sadly closing on October 29th. But last weekend, Anime Night Mart held its final event at Westminster before the shuttering. The event topped over 200 vendors, along with many fun games such as an arcade area, a cosplay contest, scavenger hunt, and a raffle giveaway with over 100 prizes. Anime Night Mart's presence here at OC will be missed.
Thousands of healthcare workers are on strike at Kaiser Permanente hospitals in California and Hawaii. They want better pay and more staff to help take care of patients. In Orange County, workers are protesting outside the Anaheim Medical Center. The workers say they are tired, don't get paid enough, and that patients could be at risk if things don't change. Kaiser says that workers are paid more than others than they are, offering raises and better benefits. The strike is planned to last until Sunday morning.
Some major changes are taking shape in local health care, and here's how it's affecting the Southland. Planned Parenthood of Orange and San Bernardino County says it will end primary care with its affiliate company, Melody Health, and December 13th. The closure affects about 13,000 patients in Orange and San Bernardino counties who rely solely on Planned Parenthood for wellness visits, vaccines, diabetes support, and behavioral health care. Officials say a new federal budget provision prohibits the provider of reproductive health care services from seeking Medicaid reimbursements for these services, forcing layoffs and leaving many patients in search of new providers. For now, reproductive health services at Planned Parenthood remain unaffected, but the organization warns patients who depend on their primary care network they will need to act fast.
The Heritage Museum of Orange County is hosting a Dia de los Muertos celebration this Sunday. The party gets underway at 5 p.m., runs until 9 p.m. The Day of the Dead is also called origins dating back to 3,000 years of tradition festivals to honor the departed. The Dia de los Muertos event at Heritage Museum will feature live entertainment, food, arts, crafts, and community altars. This celebration is free, open to the whole community.
Nightmare on Center Street Trick or Treat at your favorite regular market booths decked out in fun decor. Then make your rounds at our ever so spooky Halloween village. You will find on-theme vendors that will have everything you need for a fun and terrifying October 31st at West Center Street Promenade, Anaheim. The event will be from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The event is free and billed as family-friendly.
Could Be Real Garden Grove spooky season gets a festival kick-in Garden Grove with a Halloween market and party open to the public. Keep It Real Halloween Market Party is set for Saturday, October 25th at Steelcraft Garden Grove. Starting at 2 p.m., the event features a haunted market live, entertainment, vendors, and fun Halloween photos ops for all ages. Entry is free, open to everyone who wants to get into the spooky spirit.
The annual Boo at the Zoo event turned the park into a Halloween wonderland. Complete with costumed kids, decorations, and plenty of candy, visitors enjoyed trick-or-treat trails, light displays, and animal encounters, all designed for a family-friendly celebration. This celebration also featured carnival rides and special giveaways, including free books for kids to take home, on a day filled with live music.
Is definitely enjoying outdoors activities, and Halloween is special for us.
Families say Boo at the Zoo is the perfect way to celebrate Halloween in Orange County.
There will also be a Halloween movie night located at 858 Production Plaza, Newport Beach, this Friday starting at 6:30 in the evening, with lots of events on the agenda for the evening, including a movie screening of Hocus Pocus, a costume contest with a chance to win some spooky prizes, plenty of snacks, and of course, lots of Halloween fun. Free to the public, be sure to show up this event if you're enjoying to watch Halloween movies and dressing up on a spooky occasion.
If you're currently looking for work, you may want to attend the TCC NA job fair at Santa Ana's Embassy Suites near John Wayne Airport. There will be multiple employers for job seekers looking for full-time jobs, internships, and possibly international roles. Among the companies attending are Panda Express and US Bank. Admission is free along with parking. Doors open at 1 p.m. and will close at 5 in the evening.
When we come back from the break, we have the latest in SAC sports.
And we've got your 7-day weather forecast.
We'll be right back.
You're watching SAC News.
My name is Kevin. I'm a military veteran returning to school, and I'm a student at Santa Ana College. I went to an art school in Los Angeles for 2 years. I realized things were getting pricey and expensive. I was tired of hearing my parents talk about the financial issues we have. At the same time, I also had a desire ever since I was a little kid to join the military. So I enlisted in the United States Air Force for 4.5 years, and immediately at the same time I got out of the military, I got hired at Disney. I chose online classes because I'm able to have time management with my priorities outside of school and also with school. I'm able to control my life. My advice for a student thinking about taking online classes is you got to be on top of your game. You have to make sure you have time to do your online classes. It might be easy to forget that you have homework due and quizzes to take. So you just definitely got to be on top of it. I would say online classes are just the same type of difficulty as face-to-face class. Do the coursework, read the chapters, take the quiz. You still have deadlines just like actual classes. It's been a year and I'm able to speed up the process where I'm going to be getting my associate's degree this December and will be transferring for spring. So online classes definitely helps me reach my end goal faster.
Welcome back, Dons. I'm Alexis Duran, and it's time for sports.
Hello, I'm Fatima Garrita. Busy week in sports. Let's get right to it. We'll start on the pitch with women's soccer. SAC hosted Saddleback College on Friday, coming from a 3-0 loss against Orange Coast College. The Bobcats managed 17 shots on goal. SAC goalkeeper Elizabeth Frias coming up clutch for the Dons once again. She managed to save 15 out of 17 shots. Unlucky for goalkeeper Frias, the Bobcats managed to get 2 goals past her, ending the match in favor of Saddleback with the score of 2-0. Another loss for the Dons, making that 6 losses in a row in the Conference League. The Dons went on the road this past Tuesday to Cypress College. The Chargers had 16 shots on goal, while SAC only managed 2 shots on goal throughout the match. The Dons conceded 2 goals in the first 20 minutes of the match, then managed to get one back at minute 34. Unlucky for the Dons, as the Chargers scored 4 more goals in the second half, ending the match in favor of Cypress with the score of 6-1. SAC have lost 7 of their conference league games. Unlucky for our Dons, who will continue on the road this Friday at Fullerton College at 3 p.m. SAC men's soccer returned home last Friday to face Saddleback College after forging a 1-1 tie at Orange Coast. The Dons scored their first goal of the match in the first 10 minutes against Saddleback, but the Bobcats scored the equalizer 9 minutes later. First half ended 1-1. The Dons managed 2 shots in the first half and the Bobcats managed 3 shots. Saddleback took the lead for the first time in the match, with a goal coming in at minute 57 of the second half. Minutes after scoring their second goal, the Bobcats scored their third goal of the night. But trailing by 2 with just 15 minutes left, the Dons came back roaring. Santa Ana scored their second goal of the match at minute 77, and minutes later, SAC got the equalizer, ending the match in another tie for the Dons with the score of 3-3. The Dons hosted Cypress College on Tuesday. SAC managed only 2 shots on goal, while Cypress managed 5 shots. Found the net, and this one ends in another tie for the Dons with the score of 0-0. The Dons have now tied their last 4 games in a row, looking to turn that around and get their first win of the conference when they host Fullerton College this Friday at 3 p.m. Santa Ana volleyball's team took the court against Riverside City College last Friday. Coming off a 2-winning streak, the Dons had a tough test in an opponent that had beaten them 3-0 previously. In the season, Santa Ana lost the first set 25-15 before bouncing back and winning the next 3 to secure a 3-1 victory in the match. It was a key second set that Santa Ana won 28-26, a good redemption match for the Dons in their first 2 in the week. Riding their 3-match winning streak, the Santa Ana College Dons women's volleyball team went on the road to face Orange Coast College. The Orange Coast Pirates entered the match undefeated. The Pirates started the game off strong and didn't look back, making sure the Dons wouldn't be the squad to put the first blemish on their perfect season. The Orange Coast Pirates ended the Dons' 3-game winning streak in straight sets by a count of 3-0. The Dons' record drops to 7 wins and 12 losses overall. Their conference record drops to 3 wins and 7 losses. What a historic fall for the Orange Coast Pirates. Their record improves to 18 wins and no losses overall, with the conference record going to 10 wins and not so much as a tie. This past Saturday brought another opportunity for the Santa Ana College football team to get in the win column. They traveled to take on Long Beach City College Vikings. For the second week in a row, the defense let down the Dons as they gave up 52 points for the second straight game. Long Beach got off to a quick start with a 28-0 lead with 9 minutes still remaining in the second quarter. The Vikings were able to do whatever they wanted on offense in this one, ranking up 506 yards of offense compared to Santa Ana's 254. Dons lose to the Vikings 51-21. Long Beach threw 5 touchdowns that were longer than 20 yards. Another task this week for the Dons as they go up against the undefeated Ventura College Pirates at home on Saturday at 1 p.m. The Santa Ana College Dons men's wrestling went on the road to Mount San Antonio to compete in the Southern California Regionals as a team event this past Saturday. The Dons went against Rio Hondo and Mount San Antonio and Irvine Valley and Bakersfield College out of 10 teams who were in this tournament. Also, the Dons didn't prove anything to anyone because they only won 2 out of those 4 teams, which they put up a battle to make all the scores close, but they got demolished against one of the teams, which the Dons couldn't reach the top 3 because they lost to Mount San Antonio 46-6. Also lost to Bakersfield College 23-21, but the Dons did beat Rio Hondo 22-21. Also beat Irvine Valley 30-21, but it could ruin the momentum of the Dons by losing confidence from not making the podium. With the next event for the Dons men wrestling is competing in the Meathead Movers Invite at Cuesta College this Saturday. An Orange County businessman has pleaded guilty to a massive $248 million fraud scheme, one that even touched the Los Angeles Clippers. Federal prosecutors say 46-year-old Joe Sandberg of Orange and co-founder of the eco-friendly Banking startup Aspiration admitted to falsifying financial statements to secure millions in loans and investments. Court's filings show the scheme cost more than $248 in losses. Court documented also alleged that Aspiration arranged an endorsement deal with approximately $28 million for star Clipper Kawhi Leonard. The deal is said to have been structured to help circumvent the NBA salary cap rules. The team's owner, Steve Ballmer, who had invested some $50 million into Aspiration, has denied knowledge or involvement in that endorsement arrangement. The Clippers likewise deny any wrongdoing. Sentencing for Sandberg is set for February of next year. He faces a maximum of 4 years in prison. Meanwhile, the investigation into Aspiration and the endorsement deal with the Clippers remains ongoing, including sanctuary from the NBA. A busy week in sports, both and off the court. I'm Fatima Garrita.
Thank you very much, Fatima. And now, our weekly weather. Our weekend starts off with partly cloudy skies that stay around till Monday. Friday's temps top off at 78 degrees. Cool down Saturday to 73 degrees. Sunday's a comfy 74 degrees, perfect for anyone who has plans outside this weekend. Monday, the suns come out and stays until Tuesday. Monday starts warms up as well, 77 degrees, and Tuesday, temps climb up to 83 degrees. Wednesday, the cloud covers up the sun a bit and it stays like that for the rest of the week. Wednesday, still a warm 83 degrees. Thursday drops a bit to 79 degrees. And that wraps up our weekly weather. We had Joe Stites go to our campus to talk with some of her fellow students.
Joe talked to her classmates about SB 98, also known as the SAFE Bill. Here's Joe.
I'm Joe Stites and I'm here with SAC News, and we are taking a break from the holiday spooky fun and we are doing a more serious question of the week. This question of the week is talking about the S98 bill, also known as the SAFE Bill. This bill ensures that ICE and immigration officers have judicial warrants to enter campus, and these campuses will be kindergarten through 12th grade as long as college campuses. These officers will not only need a warrant to go on campus, but it will also alert parents and school administration that ICE is on campus. This bill is going to be enacted in 2026, and it will continue the enaction through 2031. This bill is used to help protect students and getting a better education.
I think the bill is really important. I think that it's really messed up for ICE officers to come onto campus and get people while they're vulnerable, especially minors, but even just anyone when they're learning, like trying to like actively better themselves and actively, work on their education. And for ICE to come onto the campuses and like take advantage of like vulnerable students is just like really messed up.
I think it's a good act. I think that I should have to have a warrant. I mean, regardless, any law enforcement should have a warrant to arrest or apprehend people. And that I think that it will give a lot of kind of security for families and for children of immigrants too, just to help them feel safer in their places of work and school. So.
I think it's a good idea to inform the parents and administration faculty about ICE being on campus, but first of all, ICE shouldn't even be on campus with a warrant or without it. They just shouldn't be, because America, they said education is the #1 priority. Okay, then why are you letting ICE people go in to like the education area and like this?
That was this questions of the week. I'm Joe Stites with SAC News.
And that's it for this edition of SAC News.
Be sure to follow us on social media and watch previous episodes of SAC News on our YouTube channel.